What if I told you in the next 12 months you could make over $700,000 by using your smartphone and your car and a little bit of hustle? What if I told you that you could take $1,000 and turn it into $93,000 in just 40 days, right? All this is possible, and I want to show you how that is possible in this video. I know that it's possible because I am currently doing it, and I've documented day by day for you guys to see how it is possible. So if you stick with me, I'll share where you can get access to that content so you guys can have these kinds of results. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the action steps to be able to implement a system and a process called driving for dollars, right? I know it is driving for dollars mastery. It's made me an absolute fortune, and it can make you an absolute fortune. Stick with me, and I'm going to give you these action steps. Everyone, my name is Zack Boothe, and if this is your first time, welcome. I love helping people just like you find a ton of success. And if you have not done so, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you guys do not miss out on any of the free content that I'm putting out consistently on this channel. So the first step to driving for dollars is identifying the area that you want to drive. So there's two things that I suggest. The first thing is I want you to Google median house price and then the name of your city. You're gonna find the median house price. A lot of times Zillow will have that for you. And then you're gonna go on to Zillow and look up for sale or sold properties. And you're gonna highlight the areas in your market that have properties at your median house price and lower. That's where you're gonna start. Then you're gonna look at those properties and click on some of those properties in the area, and those houses need to be 1990 or older. You don't wanna be driving newer areas, and that's gonna give you a good starting point of where you're gonna go find off-market discounted properties. So the next step to this process is you gotta identify which ones do you wanna add to your marketing list, which ones do you want to reach out to, and which ones do you not want to add. So as you drive through this area, you're gonna find properties that have physical signs of neglect. You're gonna find properties that have peeling paint, maybe some debris and garbage in the yard, maybe the grass is beat up or the yard's really run down compared to the other neighbors, right? You might even be adding as many as 50% of the properties on one street because those are the 50% worst properties. And if you use an app called Deal Machine, you're gonna be able to use a version on there that it's called Tap to Add. And you can get a free trial of this app if you use my discount code PIN, P-I-N. Right? So you can download the app, try it for free, and there's a couple different versions of how you add properties. There's one that's called Tap to Add, but you'll be able to drive around, and I have videos on using this app and how to use the app, right? You're gonna go through and add any properties with physical signs of neglect with this app. You're gonna be able to add anywhere between 50 and 150 properties of every single hour of driving. It's not gonna take a long time to build a list of any size. But that is your second step. And as you're out driving around, I would prepare myself before I went out. I would identify the areas that I want to drive, like I said, and then really identify what streets, and then go to work and add at least 400 properties on your first drive. That would be my suggestion. Go out and add those first 400 properties. The fourth step to this process is reaching out to those homeowners to see if they want to sell. Currently, I am sending postcards, I'm texting, and I'm cold calling that driving for dollars list, right? And there's lots of systems to way to make that more efficient. I do not have time in this video to break each one of those down, but last year, I spent about $200,000 to make about $700,000 to that driving for dollars list, right? It's very, very profitable, and I make a very healthy profit, all from texting, postcards, and cold calling. They all work very good. But your goal now is to find someone that wants to sell their house for speed and convenience. Your goal is to find someone that understands they could get more if they fixed it up or listed it or dealt with it themselves, but they don't want to. The types of people that you're gonna find that want speed and convenience over price are not people that are down and out on their luck. Right? A lot of the times when they're down and out on their luck, they're upside down on the property, they owe more than it's worth, there's judgments and liens and so forth, and the only option they really have is to go to foreclosure, right? The people that you're looking for are people that don't want to deal with the hassles. They might have inherited the property, they might be wealthy people that are tired landlords, they've had it forever, they don't want to deal with it anymore, or just people that just frankly want it to be done quickly. They got job relocations, they have things that in their situation, that's what serves them the most, to walk away from a little bit of profits just to be done with the deal, right? So your goal is to find those people, and once you do, then you move on to that next step. So the final step is once you have that deal and you have it under contract, right, at a massive discount, now you got to turn it into money. Most people understand that they could close on the house and fix it up and flip it for a profit or keep it as a rental, right? It's the whole reason I got into this business, is to buy more rentals at massive discounts and build my net worth and my cash flow and, right, my mailbox money. But one of the strategies that I still use to this day, one of my favorite strategies, is called real estate wholesaling. It's where you can take a purchase contract and assign it to a different buyer for a fee, right? So you don't have to get debt. You don't have to have a ton of money to get started in this. And so, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I took $1,000, flew to a whole different market and turned it into $93,000. I did that by wholesaling 3 purchase contracts. I found 3 deals at massive discounts, passed them on for a finder's fee, and 3 deals made me $93,000 profit. Absolutely crazy, right? So this is a strategy that I would suggest if you're first starting. You don't get debt, you don't take risk. It's a great way to get started. Remember, driving for dollars is not just for newbies. It's not just to find a one-off deal. This is a marketing channel that you can consistently find massively discounted properties. You can build $1 million wholesaling company. You can consistently find deeply discounted properties to flip or to buy and hold. This business, this marketing strategy has made me a millionaire, and it can do the same for you. So I went into 4 easy steps to make this happen. Step 1 is to identify the area that you want to drive. Step 2 is the criteria in which properties that you add, and using the Deal Machine app to do that. Step 3 is your marketing and reaching out to those homeowners with postcards, texting, or cold calling, or at least one of those 3. Step 4 is once you have those discounted opportunities, you turn them into money. You either flip them or buy and hold, or you do real estate wholesaling, which is basically a finder's fee and requires no debt and no risk, which is what I used to make $93,000 on the 40-day challenge. If you guys would like my help at implementing these steps in your business, if you guys want to find deeply discounted properties and want the action steps outlined, exactly how to cold call, the scripts, how to negotiate, all the ins and outs of these steps, I would be happy to help you and support you. You'll even have my personal cell phone number when you have deals on the line. I'd love to coach you if you are looking for a coach. If you have any curiosity or questions on how it works, it's very easy. I will leave a link in the show notes for you guys to book a call and talk to us about the program. And then, as I promised, the 40-day challenge, turning $1,000 into $93,000 in 40 days. Is it possible? Can you do it? And the answer is yes. And I'm gonna link right here, day 1 of that 40-day challenge. You guys can watch it for absolutely free. Make sure you click on that and watch that video so you can see me in action doing what I just taught you in this video and seeing how real it is for you and how it really can change your financial life. Everyone, thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you in the next video.